All right, so you want to start trading, but you have no idea what to trade, where to look for things, what kind of tools to use. So I'm going to make this video just for you because in this video, I'm going to show you how you can utilize some of these tools. And before you even start thinking about investing real money, you'll be able to grasp an idea of how real market moves. You'll be able to place a trade, buy or a sell with paper money instead of losing or, using your own money. So let's go ahead and dive right in. This is going to be more of an educational video. So take notes, follow along if you're watching it through your phone. I'll try to demonstrate some of the things that you can download on your phone, which will help you do it remotely as well. But it's also, trading is always preferred to do it on a desktop where you have a better view. So just let's go ahead and dive right in. First things first, before you start trading, you have to understand that there's different markets. There's crypto market, there's commodities, there is your stock market, and then there's tons of different markets. In 2025 going into 2026, everything is tradable mostly. So you want to go over some of these commodities and different pairs, different markets, and understand which one suits more based on some of the research that you might conduct. Stock market is more of a stable market that you can go in and you can have long-term returns, although they do have their what's it called what's the word for option trading. So although they do have option trading, that is far more volatile. So that could be your cup of tea if you want to take a look into that. Then there's commodities, which I trade gold. It's consistent. There's volume at certain times, and that's where when I trade, and I'm done for the day. You will not see me teaching or adapting to the methods of trading or looking over my phone all throughout the day trying to catch a move, because that will make you inconsistent. You will enter a trade when there is no volume, you will get disappointed, and then when there is actual volume, when you think it's going to go up or down, you will not take a trade. You'll second out yourself. You could second guess yourself. So because of those reasons, you want to make sure that you're treating this with best, even as a hobby, you're treating, this with best conditions that you can get. Market is already against the retail traders, so you want to make sure that you are able to get all the confluences with on your side and then go into a trade. So by doing so, by applying that method, you will have volume on your side, you have a good trading strategy, you have good risk management strategy, and once you do place a trade, then you can anticipate a far more of a winning strategy than a losing one. So I think I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me go ahead and just break things down to simple matter. I trade commodities, I trade gold. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and ask you to go to tradingview.com. You can also download this on your phone. Once you're on TradingView, you're gonna go ahead and sign in. I've already signed in here, but you will sign in, and either you can sign up through Google or YouTube, whatever. But once you sign up, it's far more easier. It's a free sign up. There is no cost, but it will reduce a lot of the ads that they give, right? So once you have this page, or you have downloaded the app, you're gonna go to search button here, and you're gonna look for, let me go back here, you're gonna search and you're gonna look for, let's say, XAU USD. That is gold, and you will click on launch chart. Right now, this is kind of my template. Now, if you're seeing, all different background, maybe perhaps, a blank background or a white background, that could be adjusted to your settings. But you should see, different charts. You should see most likely a daily view of what, your price is going to look like. So on the top left-hand side, you have a panel which will allow you to use some of the tools that they provide to do technical analysis. So you have all of your trend lines that usually people use. So you can draw a trend line like this. You have a horizontal ray. Let's say if I know, okay, this is some sort of support, you can draw these lines. So you have that here. You have your cursor as well. So if I want to have a cross cursor, what will this will do, it will give me where the price is by utilizing this cursor. Whereas if I go on the arrow, which is what I prefer, there is no lines across the board, across the chart, but it also gives you that the price on the right hand side. Then you have your some of the Fibonacci tools that people use for technical analysis. You have your patterns, you know, like A, B, C, like a W pattern. You could have something like, I actually don't even use any of this, so but for your familiarity, this belongs here. So you have your long position. Let's say if I go long here, I can have my stop loss here, I can have my targets there, and this will give you the percentage at the bottom of what you're losing and the percentage at the top of what you could be winning, right? Then you have your brushes, your different arrows, your different shapes. Then you have your text. I use those a lot because while I'm doing live trading at 7:30 a.m. at Trade with Tayyib, I use these texts to communicate with some of the folks that are watching as to what I'm looking for and what I'm waiting for price to do. Then there's emojis, so you can have like things like this. Some of the, I mean, this is definitely irrelevant to your trading, but you can always have fun with it. This ruler, this measure tool, this is I use that a lot because I want to see how much price has moved or how much price would move if I enter a buy or a sell. So let's say if I go down to bottom of this range here and I look up to the high that it has created, it will give me, so I press left click and I go all the way up. It gives me the details such as how many points it has moved, how many bars it has moved, how much percentage it has gone up to the point where I have left it. So I use that a lot for just before I enter a trade or just anticipating some of the moves. These magnets, this drawing lock. So if you have, let's say this, and then you select one of the tools and then you lock it, then you can keep drawing it, and so you don't have to select again and again, right? Then you can lock all the drawings, so you won't mess with it. Nobody will mess with it. You can hide some of the things and then you can delete, right? That is the left panel. Then I will go over this buy and sell here because that's the main scoop that I want to get you set up for paper trading. So next time you see me posting about, hey, I made this much, or I bought or sold gold, you will be able to follow along. So on the top of the console here, that we have the time frames. We have 1 minute, 15 minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute, and then you can set all of your times on the right side at the drop down. You can select all of these times and favorite, so it will appear here. So for example, if I take out 5 minutes as my unfavorite, it will not. You'll see that it doesn't show up here anymore. On the flip side, I can add it, and there it is. I can hard it, and that's the 5 minute will show back up. Candlesticks. So these are different types of ways you can identify price. You have to understand candlestick is movement of price. If I remove these candlesticks, it's just bare price that you're seeing. Gold is at 4,085. That's just price. But we have bars, we have candles, we have different types of representation of this price to allow people to anticipate what the next move is going to be. So like this is just the raw price. Like it has gone up and down, and you can see, and you can select what your best way of anticipating how you can consume where the price is going to go. But everybody uses candles. Candles is the best way, and I do so as well. Then you have some of the indicators that you can use, such as, let's say, VWAP. You can type VWAP. You can use those. That will give you average price, based on volume. This right here, I will. Let's delete that. You could use. Let me just do a volume one, right? And you have a better idea. So let's say volume delta. So you'll see a volume delta will pop up down here. So all of your indicators are going to be present here on the top panel. indicator template, so you can create your own template. You don't have to go in, do it back and forth. You can set up an alert, and you can also replay a bar, which will allow you to play from here. So let's say if I'm making a video and I would want to see where the price is going to go, and let's say I'm showing somebody, hey, this is what I saw at that time and I'm anticipating for price to go down from here. I can show them, hey, this is where I entered, blah blah blah, and then this is the price going down. So you have this is one of the best tools that you can use doing back testing. Back testing is when you're going back in the market, and let's say if the price was, I want to replay the price from here, continue last week, start a new one. Like I'm anticipating saying that, hey, price moved above this area, price moved above this area, closed above. I'm anticipating for price to continue to push up. You'll see here that price in fact did continue to push up, right? So you could use that tool accordingly, but just for basic level, I mean, just have an understanding that these things are there. You don't have to necessarily go in and start using them immediately. It's just something good to know. Also, whenever you use the left panel, you can also favorite some of these some of these tools, and that will show up here as a quick grab. So I can do a quick bar here. I can do Fibonacci here if I need to, like things like that, right? So let's go ahead. So that's TradingView for you. Another thing on the right hand side you'll see here is all of the watch list. I utilize this a lot because you can see what your pairs are going to be. Let's say if I'm looking at ZEC USD, right? I can just click it and it will pop up here. If I'm looking at ICP, I can Ethereum, Bitcoin, gold, all of these charts are here, and all of these charts will have a similar template based on what you have selected. And that's the benefit of having an account with TradingView, because it will save all of your progress at all times. So you have watch list. You can add some of the pairs by clicking at the plus sign at the top. You can manage your watch list from here, and you can also publish your chart as well on TradingView by clicking on the top right hand corner, publish idea, or record a video, or speak your mind. So it's kind of like TradingView also has a timeline, like you have your timeline on your social media. So TradingView will allow you to post your ideas as well. Now on the bottom of the screen, you'll see here that I can grab, left click and grab these the time frames to make the chart shrink or expand. But overall, the time is going to be mentioned here at the bottom. That is what the time of the trade is going to be. So let's say 2 hours. Why is there 2 hours? Let's not do this. Let's not do 2 hours. I don't need 2 hours. Okay, and on the right hand side, you can also take a look at this price. Let's say if I look at ZEC USD or Bitcoin, for example, I am seeing that my prediction from last week is coming, it's on the spot, because I anticipated for price to flip down and continue to push down, and we're most likely, I'm hoping we're closing above like 100,000 area, but it just seems like Bitcoin is going to go down to like 85 to 75 area. But anyways, the right side, it allows you to shrink the candles up or down, and it also gives you the price. So that's that. Now, what are we? 14 minutes. Let's go ahead and dive into how you can connect a broker and start trading without having to risk your own money, because you want to understand when I'm doing a live stream and I'm anticipating a buy or a sell, you can also click buy or a sell here, and that will allow you to take a trade, right? So on the phone, when you're looking at the app, you will see, once you're in a chart like this, you'll see an up and down arrow, and that will allow you to go into this trading panel here, right? So on the left bottom of your screen on desktop, you'll see a trading panel written out, but on the app it doesn't say trading panel. It's just an up arrow and a down arrow in wherever you're selecting all of these tools from. So you will have an up and down arrow. You can select that, and so it will launch this little panel here at the bottom, which will allow you to connect to any of these brokers. Now, if you already have an account with them and you want to, start paper trading and actual trading, you can connect with them here. But if you don't have an account and you just, like some of the people in the group that are just starting out and learning and trying to get their ideas right, then you can click on the first option here. TradingView itself allows you to have an account and do paper trading. So we'll click here, we'll do connect, and here it is. So I think I might have signed up before, but just follow the instructions and open an account, and this will allow you to do live trading. So live market trading with fake money. So I think so on the bottom you can see here that the green panel, it tells me I can buy Bitcoin, or let's say if I go into ZEC USD and let's place a live trade here, and let's see, so start creating order, right? So if I want to start creating order, I will just click here, I will click buy, right? And then now I'm looking at on the screen now, like I've clicked buy here, and let's see, you'll see at the bottom that my trade, I have placed a trade. My P&L is $1 because this is just a test, and my stop loss is below this wick. My TP is right here, right? So this is how you can enter a trade. This up arrow is where I entered a buy for price to continue to go up, and then this stop loss can be adjusted by clicking on the yellow. I can have my stop loss here, I can have my TP right here. So this is one of the most convenient ways to trade, is to being able to manage your risk so easily. If you know Coinbase and all of these other platforms, some of the people that will watch this video, they'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. It's so hard to manage your trade on one of these platforms because you can either have a stop loss, or you can, once you enter a trade, you can't have a stop loss and take profit. So this will be something very convenient. So here's how you can place a trade. Once you go into the panel again, you click on the trade panel. It will tell you, the stats of your trade live. So let's say if I want to close this trade here, right? If I want to close this, all I have to press is this exit button and it says close, or I can go down to this panel and I can close this position here. Now there's also a pencil. It says protect position. Let's click on that, right? Position info. Let's see. Think protect position. Protect position will just be stop loss at break even. Okay, so you see here, because the stop loss hit. I don't know why this is still in the trade, but more than likely what will happen is that at this point it will take you out because the take profit has hit. So this trade was a success, and we'll close this manually here, and we will take this W here, right? So bought here, closed here. The point was to show you where how you can enter a trade, and it gives you stats here as well, orders. So you bought and you sold, order history. You can see here, like as I told you before, like you can see that I've used this trading panel before, but the recent one here, you can see I bought at 675.15 and then I sold at 681.58. right? So you can play around with this, and that's how you set up a TradingView account and paper trade. So come live stream, once I say I'm buying this or I'm selling this, you should be able to do the same. But if you have any questions or concerns and you don't know where things are, just shoot me a DM on my Instagram or my WhatsApp, that some of the folks that have group access, and we will go from there. Now let me go ahead and go over some of the learning programs that as a beginner you should be able to access and go into, gain some knowledge. So you're gonna go and type in babypips.com, right? You'll have this wonderful platform that will come up and that will allow you to take courses or allow you to have initial knowledge of how market moves or what is market or what is a candlestick. And you'll be able to, let's say, for example, learn crypto, school of crypto, right? Crypto quizzes, crypto glossary. If you're actually interested in how to do your technical analysis on your own, you should be able to find a lot of information here. If you want something, that you're looking for, analysis, trading, right? So you have how beginners trader transition into prop firms. You have thousands and thousands and thousands of courses here that are from 1 hour, 15-minute, 1 hour to 4 hours. It just depends on what you're looking for. So definitely do check out babypips.com and benefit from there. It's free. It's free information. Most of the time, it's free information. And yeah, so I'll cut this video here, and hopefully this was valuable and informational to you. And if you have any questions, concerns, drop it in the comment box. Like, share, subscribe, and support me. That's the best way to support me. All of the information that I provide, all of the things that I do, all of the reputation that I'm building with the brand that I have is at no cost to anybody, but just supporting, liking the stream, and a way of appreciation. So my goal is to make sure that everybody around me has financial knowledge and information to make their own decisions based on what they're looking at in the market. And if I can influence it in any way or form, that would be ideal for me. So with that, I'm out. This is 21-minute video, 22, a bit longer than I expected, and I'll see you there.